So guys, I promise I have not fallen off the face of the earth, but I have had a busy couple of weeks and there's a lot of cool stuff coming up, so I didn't want to bore you guys with a boring video prior to this video. So Badmaro, I just registered it for Roadkill Nights on Woodward Avenue, Hot Rod Magazine's Woodward Nights. I am so excited about that. I've never done anything like that with the car. It is going to be definitely a really cool experience, and it's something that I wanted to do, and I waited literally until the last day, within the last hours, to register, just because Dad, I've never raced without him. Me and him, he's always there when I race. So this time he's got to get the Nova done because we're like 6 weeks out now, 7 weeks out from drag week, and he's got a lot of work to do on the Nova. So he's like, man, I just don't have time to go. Like, I just can't. So me and my mama are gonna go. We're gonna go get that all tried on our own. So I am very excited about that. Very thankful for the opportunity. It's gonna be exciting and interesting and pretty much anything else you can think of for a descriptive word there. So we'll see how that goes. But the reason I'm making this video is because when we were on race week, I don't know if you saw it in the last video, but I actually, on like my third pass with the first day, I have a screw-on map line, and guys, I don't know when it didn't get tightened, if it got loose, I don't know what happened, but anyway, this line worked its way loose. Saw it in the data logs, I leaned it out, but I ended up finishing the week just lashing the valves. When we got back, we did a compression test, and I have one cylinder bad, the rest are definitely hurt the valves a little. So I'm getting ready to replace valves. I'm going to tear the car down, get those replaced, and get ready for all the stuff that's coming up, because it's some cool stuff, drag week included. So get that all torn down today, tomorrow, get it put back together Friday. AFR was awesome enough to work with me and get a set of valves that hopefully are going to be a little more heavy duty, so we don't have to face this problem in the future in case something does happen. So they got that sent over, they'll be here Friday, so stay tuned. We'll get it taken care of. So it seems like lately Badmaro has come apart very often, because it has, but hopefully we'll get it torn apart this time, get it fixed, be a quick fix, and hopefully we'll be back together for a while. So everything else seems good on it. We're going to pull it down, check bearings and all that. We'll pull the pan down, put it on the lift, pull the pan down, but get the valves fixed, and then hopefully this will be the last time for a while. So green tape and a Sharpie have become my best friend when it comes to tearing the motor down, because we have so many lines and so many hoses, and it's so easy to forget stuff or remember where it goes, especially over a long period of time. So I go along and I do labeling on the part and labeling on the tape, and then hopefully I don't mix my numbers up, and hopefully it all goes back together easily. But I have mixed my numbers up before, and then that makes it more confusing. But I've gotten pretty good at that, so tape, pen, label, does wonders. Last night I got the headers and the turbos off, and got some of the little stuff off, and then today I'm going to go ahead and take the intake off, get the heads off, get those ready for valves tomorrow. Take the hood off too, so I don't whack my head. I forgot to vlog this yesterday, but I got the heads all taken off, intake off, everything in the car is off and ready to go, ready to get stuff cleaned up. Got it all set over here on the table, got the rockers all lined up and push rods, and the heads are ready to be cleaned, but the valves aren't too bad to look, but it was just enough, just a little, so enough to replace them. I was actually supposed to be waiting on valves today. They weren't supposed to make it till Friday, which is today, but they made it yesterday afternoon. But I didn't get to finish anything yesterday because I had to make a quick trip with Mom. So starting back today, get the heads cleaned, and then we are going to put the new valves in and then put the car back together. But there's a chance the car may go back together with bigger turbos. Possibly. So we'll see. But making progress. New AFR package, new valves, so yay. So the heads are off, they're all cleaned up. Spent the morning cleaning them up. I'm ready to start taking them apart, so that's the next step here, and then we'll get these new bad boys stuck in there and everything will be back good as new. So that's what today's gonna be. Getting heads ready, getting them back on the car. All will be well. So I have no idea if you guys are gonna be able to see this, or if I'm gonna knock this phone over while we try to do this. But we'll give it a try. So while I have the heads off the car, Dad was cleaning the head gaskets for me. On my old motor, I ran an MLS gasket, and on this motor, I ran a flat-out copper gasket with O-rings. And ever since we ran this motor, it's always ran hotter than the old motor, up to 20 to 30 degrees hotter. And so we tried to figure out what's different, Well, Dad had an epiphany while he was cleaning gaskets, so stay tuned. Okay, so Dad, tell us your theory here.
Ever since she's been running copper head gaskets, which is basically a race car head gasket, the motor's been running hotter. Not a lot, but 20 or 30 degrees, which is substantial. This is a GM LS7 head gasket, multi-layer. So, you know that GM designed it to work with their block, but this flat-out gasket is restricted. The only place for water to get from the block back to the radiator is through these three holes right here. If you line that up, you're at least restricting half of this one, a third of this one, and at least half of this one. So by the time you restrict those three holes, and those right there is all you've got for your water pump to pump every bit of the water, 100% of it is going through those three holes. You got two head gaskets, but still 6 of those holes is not that much water. So I'm thinking that if I open these holes up to that scribed line, we'll get our water flow back, which will help cool. We'll try it and see.
So if you guys are seeing this video right now, you can be assured that the car is cooling much better. And that's a wrap. Badmaro is back together and running. I may have forgot to vlog a little bit while we were putting it together, but you guys can imagine it went together the opposite way it came apart.